Today's class is about authority affiliate marketing. And this came about because so many people were asking me for more information on affiliate marketing. And I must admit, I breezed past the whole subject, assuming everybody was completely happy with the topic and that everybody knew what it was about. But I got so many questions, I thought I'd do a whole class about it. This class is really drilling down into affiliate marketing and showing that despite some of its negative reputation, you can actually do it authentically, you can do it profitably, and in a way where your audience actually appreciates your efforts rather than gets angry at you or upset with you. And that's a lot of the worries that were coming back were around, can I really do this? Can I do this in a nice way? Can I do it in a way that adds value rather than rips people off? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you can. Let's get into it. The first thing we need to look at is what affiliate marketing is. So that's an important one. And I've got a really nice slide from my friend Sugar Ray Hoffman Dolan, who's had an infographic done, and it's really good. It saved me the job. Then we talk about why you would want to do affiliate marketing, some mistakes that affiliates make, and how to do it the right way. And I've got like a 12-step process for you there. First of all, what is affiliate marketing? The basic definition of affiliate marketing is you tell somebody about a product, they go ahead and buy it, and you get a commission from the person selling the product for referring that customer. Affiliate marketing is essentially just a sales commission, and it's not too much different from when your oil change company says refer a friend and get a gift voucher, right? Or if you get 3 people to sign up for the Book of the Month Club, you get yours free. It's just you get cash instead of a voucher or a coupon code, and you can actually make a good income out of it. Affiliate marketing is essentially just making offers to people where the product doesn't belong to you. It's somebody else selling the product and you get a sales commission. But this is how it works in detail, and I hope you can actually see this. But if you cannot, I'll put the link in the member area to it, and it's an infographic at sugarray.com. At the top left here, we've got affiliate signs up for the merchant affiliate program. The merchant is the company that is selling the product, the vendor, if you like. But you sign up as the affiliate and you register to get your affiliate link. And then the step 2 is whenever you mention the product that belongs to the merchant, you use your affiliate link so they can track anytime somebody clicks on it. Jack is the customer. In step 3, the little green guy, he visits the affiliate's website, so that's your blog or your website, and he clicks on the affiliate link and he goes through to the merchant's site, the sales site. A cookie gets dropped onto the customer's computer. That's a little piece of code that it will track that, yes, they've visited via you. So if they come back, the website, the merchant's website, the people selling the product can still tell that you referred them. And then when they go ahead and buy in step 6, they know that's your customer that you sent. And in step 7, when they check out, the shopping cart at the merchant checks to see who referred them, which affiliate referred this customer, and it credits you with that sale. You get a sales commission, you get a percentage. And then at the end of the month, you can check your sales reports to see how many people are referred, and you will get paid. And ClickBank pays, I think, every 2 weeks. I'm not sure. Lots pay monthly. I pay in the first week of the month. And that's how you get paid. Basically, you get paid for getting tracking links out into the internet. People click on them, they get cookies on the computer, the tracking code, and you get credited for any sales that you generate. Hopefully that makes sense. Do let me know if it doesn't make sense. So why would you do it? People do it for the sales commission, right? There's a lot of people that get into the internet marketing just to become an affiliate of products and just make sales commission. And there are 2 reasons for that. One, you can make quite a lot of money. if you think about some of the big guru launches where you're talking about $2,000 products, $5,000 products, and you get 50% of that, then you can make a really good income through basically just suggesting people check something out and they buy it. The other part of it is you don't have to create the product, you just get in a sales commission, which means you don't have any problems with customer service, you don't have any follow-up, and you can pretty much do it from anywhere. It's all hands off from your point of view. You do all the work of generating an audience and building content and gathering a community, but you don't have to do anything to create the products or sell them. But if you do have products, there is an advantage in being an affiliate in that you can fill in the gaps in your own offering. Whatever your customers want and need, you don't have to be the sole provider of everything. Affiliate marketing has a lot of advantages, and on the face of it, it looks easy. The issue is, as many people have discovered, it's not necessarily that easy. There are a lot of good reasons to be an affiliate, and if it serves your audience, serves your market, then it's something worth trying out. And it means you can sell stuff before you've had to create anything. The way you can start getting into it is look at the whole ecosystem that you're fitting into. Your blog doesn't exist in isolation. You have an audience who's reading other people's sites. They're buying from other people. They have wants and needs that you can't necessarily serve 100%. If you look at the blogging world, the company that's done this very well is Copyblogger. They supplemented their own services by recommending services and products from other people. And over time, they filled in those gaps with their own products. Whereas at the start, Brian would recommend themes from other people, he partnered with designers to create themes. So now he doesn't have to recommend other people's, he's got his own. Whereas before he would recommend a service for generating landing pages, he's got his own software product for generating landing pages. And Copyblogger has grown from one person to 2 and 3 people to a 12-person company, all with their own specialities. And that's the same thing you can do. You can look at what you offer, what's complementary or necessary for what you offer, what the challenges and situations your customers are facing, find complementary and relevant products and build your own in the meantime. Look at where you fit into the whole ecosystem, what your customers are working on, and find things that are complementary to that. On my site, I tell people that my site is developed using WordPress and the theme because a lot of people ask. And it would be silly of me to try to compete with Genesis. I might as well, if people ask, recommend that people use it. It's the same with the Aweber email service. I really like Aweber. It's what I use and recommend. I'm quite happy to get a commission whenever anybody buys from my link. If somebody wants to know how I do email, I tell them I use Aweber. If they go ahead and buy through my link, then I get a commission. If they don't buy through my link, they still pay the same amount of money. They've not gained anything by avoiding using my affiliate link, and they still get to use the software happily. They're still taking my recommendation. That's the starting point. Look where you fit, where your services and products fit, and work from there. In terms of the ARC system that you're no doubt familiar with already, affiliate marketing fits into the conversion part, but you still have to do the other steps. And that's where a lot of people fall down. And that's where a lot of people find it difficult, because they're sold this idea that all you have to do is buy this product, put in your affiliate code, and all of a sudden you could be making millions of dollars. And this morning I mentioned on Twitter that today's bonus class was about affiliate marketing. All these spammers automatically tweeted me saying, make $500 a day on Facebook. And you just know that they've bought a product that spams people on Twitter in the hope that people will click their affiliate links and buy a product. And it just doesn't work, because you need to attract, retain, then convert. And if you want to have a business rather than just make a side income, you actually want the whole thing to grow and compound, you need those referrals. You need to attract more people in. You need your customers to bring friends. Just because the way you generate revenue is different to creating your own products and services, it doesn't mean you can miss those steps out. Because the people who make money by tricking people, by doing those black hat tactics, it's not a sustainable thing. It's not an authentic thing. You're going to get found out and people are going to call you on it. And Google's always closing the loopholes that spammers are exploiting. It's the same with all the social media services. Do it the right way, attract an audience, build goodwill with that audience, make relevant offers, and make them so happy that they bring friends. I've mentioned a couple of mistakes, but let's have a good look at the proper list. And these are not the only mistakes people make, but these are big ones. The first is being overly aggressive with the affiliate marketing. And you see this a lot in people who have generated interest and started building a list, but they see after message 5 or 6 that people unsubscribe and they leave. So they make every single message an offer. They make every message basically pound the customer, the prospect, into buying. The aggressive tactics, the tactics that are just talking about in terms of spammers are affiliate marketers. The reason why you get spam in your email inbox is because if somebody buys those little blue pills that they're pitching, or those replica watches, they get a sales commission. And so it's affiliate marketing that makes spam profitable. And that's super aggressive. But even normal people do aggressive marketing, and it gives all affiliates a bad name. The next thing is relevance. And again, go back to spam. I am being sent emails about casino, poker, replica watches, as I said, Louis Vuitton bags, all irrelevant, all unsolicited. And that's what makes people spammers. We like to buy stuff we don't like to be sold to, right? If I go through my mail, my post mail, I'll go through and I'll say junk, ooh, because I've been given a relevant offer, something that's relevant to my needs and interests. We're happy when we're presented with something that is relevant. We're unhappy when we're presented with something that's irrelevant. That's another definition of spam. It could be just that they make too many offers, and we've all joined lists where we've made offer after offer. Goes back to what I was saying before. You have to build that goodwill. You have to build a relationship with your list, work out what they're going to be receptive to, and make soft offers at the right time. Now, it could be that the product seems relevant, but the product doesn't work, or it's bad in some way. Or it could be that the merchant or vendor, the product creator, is bad in some way. I'll give you an example. It was nobody's fault, but a big Guru launch a couple of years ago went really sour. And what it was, the fulfillment house actually folded. I think they closed down, it maybe even went bankrupt during the launch. It was one of those big multi-million-dollar launches where the customers were not getting the product, it wasn't getting delivered because the company who was supposed to be actually printing and producing the stuff went out of business. And so the Guru company got a really bad reputation out of it. The affiliates got a bad reputation for recommending it. And that can work really badly against you. You have to be able to 100% stand by the merchant, the product. It could be that the product's good, but the customer service is bad. The follow-up is bad. The experience of being a customer is bad. This is a reason why I would always suggest you only recommend things you've used, and preferably ones where you've actually been through the whole process as a customer and experienced the customer service. When I recommend Wishlist Member plugin, or if I recommend Aweber, I recommend those as a customer, and I've actually had to use the customer service. I've had problems and they've fixed them or told me what to do. So I can be confident about recommending Aweber or Wishlist Member. Whereas I know that there's competitors to those like MailChimp and S2. I can't 100% recommend those because I've not personally used them to the extent where I've dealt with the customer service. Even though there are products that you could compare to, I couldn't stand by them as a recommendation, but I could tell people you might look at these as an alternative. I just don't know enough about it to make a recommendation. Customer service can be more important than the product itself, because if you can't consume it and use it, then the product's worthless. It could be that it's a good product with good customer service, but it's got a really bad sales funnel, and there's two ways that can hurt you. One is one that I experienced just recently where the product was good, the customer service was good, but the experience of buying was painful because of all the upsells. Basically, when you said, okay, I'm ready to buy, you got bombarded with 3 or 4. Well, if you're ready to buy this, you'll also want this. And what about buying this? And why not upgrade to this? And here's our monthly continuity plan. And people were dropping out and then telling me that it was a bad offer because the sales process was annoying. The other side of it is, it could be that it's not annoying, it just might not be effective. If you've got a list of 10,000 people or even 1,000 people, you've got something valuable that you're essentially giving to the merchant. You're giving that attention and you're giving those potential prospects. If their offer doesn't convert, that is, if very few people buy it, then you're giving something of value and not getting any value back. And you've lost that opportunity to offer something else that could have been just as good or better. If you've got a marketing schedule, a marketing calendar, and I recommend once you start doing things like this, you do so you don't burn out your list, you've got to be very choosy about what you suggest, recommend, or review. One of the ways to do that is, if you've got a list of 10,000, send the offer to a sample, say 1 in 10, 1,000. If you've got a list of 1,000, send it to only 100. See if anybody buys it, and then you know if it's something that you should send to the whole list. If nobody buys, or if you actually get back complaints, then you want to send it to the whole list, and you can do something nice for that smaller segment to say sorry and thank you. Now, a huge mistake and something you should never do is pay to be an affiliate. There are a lot of schemes out there where it's buy this product for $400 and put in your affiliate code and it will generate you money. There are a lot of schemes where they try to make it look like a franchise, where you're buying sales material and it's a starter business, or you have to buy the training package to see how to be a salesman, or you don't have to buy it if you make 3 sales. All of these things, there's a slim chance it could be authentic, but it definitely smacks of something that's a scam. It's a runaway. There's no reason why you should have to pay for, it's essentially you're paying for a business opportunity. In most cases, you don't have to pay for anything to be an affiliate. The one time that this actually works and it's authentic is where the affiliate scheme is only available to customers. And that's where the merchant has said, okay, existing customers can get a sales commission for recommending this because they can recommend it as somebody who's been through the program. If it's sold to you as join this so you can recommend it, that's bad. If it's presented as a customer, you can recommend it, that's okay. Just be careful you're not buying into a business opportunity or something that's made to look like a franchise or made to look like a startup business. They're something to be very wary of. Now, this is something that is not necessarily a mistake. It's something that you have to be aware of. The FTC in the United States has got laws around affiliate disclosure. Now, everybody else outside the USA is obviously not under FTC jurisdiction. Not sure that would stop them so much. If you're not in the United States, it's not as big a legal concern, but it has trained audiences to be wary of affiliate links. And the more people know about this, the more it's going to be the case. If you go to Copyblogger and you search for FTC, they've got some advice, and this basically sums up the advice that's on the screen. You don't have to be nervous about stating that your links are affiliate links. I have a general disclosure in my about page, I believe, but I also often say, yes, that's an affiliate link or something towards that effect. Ray, who I mentioned earlier, Sugar Ray, she's well known for being an affiliate marketer. So she says something like, darn right, that's an affiliate link. Frank Kern, the internet marketing guru, makes light of it by saying big scary affiliate link. And Chris Brogan is my favorite. He says, if you buy this from me, I get some beer money, not enough for a pony. You can make some humor about it, or you can just come straight out and say that's an affiliate link. You have to remember that having something as an affiliate link, if you've actually built some trust and you're linking to it authentically, not just for the commission, it's okay for it to be an affiliate link. And if they want to strip off the affiliate link and buy direct from the company, they're not going to save themselves any money. They're just going to do use out of a commission. So why not have the affiliate link? The only time it's really bad is when you're recommending something just because you hope somebody might buy it and you can get the cash. If you recommend something that you actually stand behind, there's no reason not to have an affiliate link and no reason not to disclose it. The one place it's difficult is Twitter, where you've only got 140 characters. Rather than links directly to the affiliate link, what you might want to do is instead tweet out your blog post that mentions the affiliate link, and then you can have the disclosure in it. Most people on Twitter don't disclose their affiliate links, and if they do, they'll put hashtag AF or bracket AF or something very small, just because you're restricted for the characters. So here's the process of doing it right. And it starts with your audience. You have to define who your audience is. You have to empathize with that audience, approach that audience so you can gather them in significant numbers and then warm them up, build goodwill. What you don't want to do is say, hi, I'm Chris, here's an affiliate link, because that's not going to work and people are not going to like you for it. Empathy is the strongest thing that you need to build. You need to build a relationship and you need to have a lot of goodwill so that they trust you enough to take your recommendations or at least check the things out that you suggest to them. As I said, empathy is really important. You have to work out what the wants and needs are of your audience. Here's an example where on one of my websites, my email sign-up form is basically a survey, and I have 2 questions here. What is your biggest question? And secondly, how difficult has it been to find info or help with this? I want to find things that people are struggling with, but they're also struggling to get answers for. If they can just go into Google and get 100 million answers, then that's not something I want to be talking to them about. I want to find something that they're willing to invest in a solution. You can also find out through interacting in social media, interacting in forums and communities. Just get to know your audience, interact with them, find out what they're struggling with, what the challenges are, what the goals are, and then you can find things that fit and help with that. Also find out how people like to consume information, how people want to be helped, what their modalities are. So modality would be visual, auditory, kinesthetic. Do they like doing stuff? Do they like listening to stuff? Do they like watching stuff? Would they rather read than listen? You don't want to be suggesting things. If the majority of your audience likes to read, you don't want to be suggesting necessarily audio program after audio program. But if you know your audience likes to consume things in video, then anything that's video or webinar based would probably be more successful than books. It's also possible that if you're offering information products, that there are physical products out there that they would like to buy or complementary, and vice versa. If people are buying ride-along lawnmowers and you create information about gardening, then that's a good fit. Basically any hobby or physical activity or business process, there's going to be something out there that people can buy that's complementary to your advice, or you can add advice that's complementary to the product. It's a really good way of building your business because you can find things people are already buying and become complementary to that. It's not just what people want to consume. It's really about drilling down into why do they want it in that way. The next thing is home bases and outposts. And you may have heard me talk about this before. It's also something that Darren Rouse and Chris Brogue and Copyblogger talk about. And that's basically, when we talk about social media, we talk about communities, we talk about the wider internet, and then we talk about our own website, our own blog. All those places out there are outposts. Your site, your list, your subscriber base, your audience is your home base. What you have to do is go out to the outposts and bring people back to the home base. But with affiliate marketing, you can actually generate an income, if you're careful about it, out at the outposts. Going back to the audience, you find out where they're already hanging out. You can reach them there. You can actually make an affiliate income without having a home base. It's not as easy. It's not as long-term and stable. It's not as scalable, but it can be done. So you can actually start building your income before you've built your site. It's not something I would necessarily recommend doing as a long-term business. It's not going to sustain you long-term. But as a way to get started or even test things, if you're very careful with it, it can work. Your outposts would be places like LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. It would also be forums, and it would also be guest articles. It's obvious if you start building up an audience and a following in Twitter and you put out links that are valuable, occasionally you can put out a link that has an affiliate commission attached to it. And people will click through and they will buy. Same with Facebook. And you could build a Facebook page. In fact, I experimented with that recently, and you can successfully build a Facebook page, and it's almost like a blog. The only problem with Twitter and Facebook, obviously, is you don't own them and they can be taken away from you. And the thing is, with affiliate links, it's one of the reasons why somebody would consider you a spammer if you do it too much. And that's the reason why it would be taken off of you. Again, you have to build up that goodwill, you have to get to know the audience and build a good audience. And for you to make a decent enough income, you need to have a big enough audience that enough of them are going to buy that it's going to make it worth your while. That is unless you're getting like $1,000 commissions, which, you might only need a couple of sales to be very happy. Forums, it is possible to do this, but you've got to be very careful because forums are heavily moderated by the forum owners. So you've got to be absolutely very careful. Now, on the Third Tribe and other communities where people are savvy to affiliate marketing, funnily enough, it's actually more acceptable than places where people are caught out by it. And people have made sales commissions on Third Tribe. I haven't personally, but there are a couple of people on the Third Tribe who will start a new discussion anytime there's a big launch going on, and they'll use their affiliate link. And I'll mention in a second about exactly how they do that. And lastly, guest articles. You have to look into the policy of the blog owner to see if the links are allowed to have affiliate links or not. And some people get around it by cloaking the links through something like Bit.ly or TinyURL so it doesn't go directly to the offer. Don't be misleading. Don't recommend things just to get a commission, because you'll never be invited back and you might get a bad reputation. If you are going to do it, instead of linking directly to an offer from a guest article, link to one of your articles that contains the affiliate link, or link to one of your reviews. Do it that way. But you're linking from content to content. As I said before, the most important thing, if you want to build a long-term business, is you need to have your home base. And basically what we mean is build your own blog, make that the focus of your content, use the Outposts as promotion, build your own audience, build your own list asset, because it's a lot more difficult to be taken away from you. Whereas a Facebook page, a Twitter account, writing on other people's blogs can be taken away from you. I have seen situations where a blog has got purchased and they have deleted all the guest articles. So it's good to get started on the Outpost, but really you need to build your own home base, build your own list. As soon as possible, get people to opt in with their email address, and that's going to be both more sustainable and more profitable. And the more trust and goodwill you build up, the more successful you will be. As well as building that audience, building that goodwill, bringing people back from the outposts, getting to know people out there, bringing them back here, then obviously you need to put messages in front of them that are actually going to turn into affiliate commissions, into sales. And the easiest and simplest way is to just have some banners in your sidebar. Instead of paid advertisers or banners to your own products, you can recommend other people's products in your sidebar. When somebody goes to chrisg.com and as they click through the buy, I get commission. That's the most passive way of doing it. And it is possible to build a decent income just with search traffic and banners and affiliate links without even interacting. The problem is you're beholden to Google, and banners aren't necessarily that effective at getting conversions. You know, if 1 in 1,000 people clicks through and a percentage of those buys, you need to get a lot of traffic. The next best way is in content links. More people click links in content than they do in banners. There's a thing called banner blindness, where we start to overlook banners and ignore them, or even have software that removes banner ads. There's a lot of ad blockers available for web browsers. The next best thing is, rather than just a passive link in some content, so anytime you mention Aweber, you link to your Aweber affiliate link. The next thing is to actually review it and have a call to action. Say you've just bought a new camera and people have been admiring it. You say, these are all the good things about the camera. These are all the bad things about the camera. This is where you can buy it. And that's the call to action. That's where you use your link. The more call to actions you've got, or the more links you have in the review to the product page through your affiliate link, the more chance you have of getting purchases. And there's a whole website set up just to do reviews that do very well. When Darren Rouse got started as a pro blogger, he had a camera review site, and that's how he made most of his money at that time. He used AdSense, he used affiliate reviews, and sold banner advertising. But his best sales days, especially around Christmas, his best profitable days, were usually from his reviews. And at the time, he used to link to Amazon. And one of the good things about Amazon is, even if you link to a book, but they end up buying a Stormtrooper outfit or a lawnmower or a guitar, you still get commission. You get a commission from anything that customer that you referred buys. If you look at a lot of Sugar Ray's successful sites, the review sites, the most famous one is about telephones, and they just review things every day, and all the links are to affiliate links. And they actually have white label e-commerce sites. It looks like a store, but actually all the products on there, they don't sell directly. They're actually affiliate products. The next thing would be a promotion, where you actively promote something. Instead of reviewing it or saying there's something you can buy, actually saying, I suggest you buy this, or I suggest you check it out. When all the gurus are recommending each other, that's what they're doing. They're doing an affiliate promotion. If Jeff Walker emails his list about Frank Kern's latest launch, he's got like hundreds of thousands of people on his list. If only 10% actually go through and purchase, and he gets $1,000 for each, that's a lot of money he's making, and that's why they do it. But they also do it because then Frank will support Jeff on his launch. It's also a reciprocal arrangement. The next best or most effective thing after doing a promotion is not just doing a promotion, but making it an event. You would get your list to sign up to a webinar or a teleseminar. And I call it an 80-20 webinar because it's 80% content, 20% pitch. Usually less than 20% pitch, but at the minimum, you should be given 80% content. And then they make the recommendation or the suggestion or the offer at the end. And that can work really well. From a promotion, you'd be lucky to get a 5% conversion rate. You can get a 20% conversion rate from a really good webinar. And lastly, using either a promotion or a webinar or both, you can have an incentivized promotion. And that is where, rather than just saying, this is something good, you should go ahead and buy it, you say, if you buy through my link, you get this bonus from me. Where it works badly is where you maybe give something that's irrelevant, something that's actually going to make it more difficult to consume the product, or where And this really gets me annoyed when I'm on the receiving end of this, where you buy something, it could be something really expensive, like $2,000, and then a month later they say you can get that thing that you bought for $2,000 for free if you buy this other thing. And that really upsets your customers, because so if I'd have waited a month, I could have got it for free and this other thing. And that's actually how I got Product Launch Formula, because I wanted to buy Product Launch Formula for a while to go to the event in Phoenix, which just happens to be at the same time as the Pro Blogger workshop. I can't go now, and I wanted to hang out at the forums. And because I didn't want to actually buy the product, I didn't want to pay full price. And luckily enough, Eben Pagan did an incentivized promotion where you could get lots of stuff from Eben Pagan if you bought Product Launch Formula. I thought, okay, this looks good value. Actually, the stuff from Eben Pagan wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, and I'm not going to the Product Launch Formula workshop. Lost out. But it did mean that essentially I got Product Launch Formula half price, and I got all this stuff for free, whichever way you look at it. An incentivized promotion can work really well because people have a reason to buy through your link rather than somebody else's. Just be very careful of the perception of your audience. You don't want to upset existing customers. So I would not suggest you give away something that other people have paid for. I would suggest you create something that's complementary and helps the consumption of the product. One thing that I like to do, if I recommend something with an incentive, I'd want to give people either some teleseminars or some coaching or something that helps people achieve more with the product that they're buying. Make it complementary. And relevance is something that I've mentioned a lot. What you need to be doing is recommending or suggesting things that are highly relevant. And the way you suggest them can be made more relevant. I mentioned reviews earlier. Recipes is a really good way of recommending things. And we're not just talking about cooking, even though we've got a couple of people who are in the cooking niche. If you're recommending chocolate and figs, then you can actually recommend a brand of chocolate with your affiliate links. But it's not just in cooking. There are recipes in all sorts of things. What is your recipe for your fitness regime? It could be you need a certain exercise band and kettlebells, and you use a certain brand of exercise bike or supplements. It could be a recipe for how you've put your website together. This is the email service provider I use. This is the hosting. This is the domain name company. They're all recipes. When Ben tells people how to make things on his mechanical mashups, he could be recommending the materials. One of the things that I did when I had the photography site, I made a lot of tools myself, and one of them was a light box, sort of for photographing macro stuff. Another thing was a big sheet to photograph through, a diffusion panel, and I made it with plumbing supplies. They're all recipes. You need all the ingredients to put them together. It could be this is all the things that I use. It could be a resource list, or if you're doing a how-to, tell people where to get the stuff that you're using to put together what it is you're doing. If I tell people how to make a membership site, I need to tell people I use Wishlist Member plugin. I might as well link to Wishlist Member using the affiliate link. I recommend GoToWebinar. If they would let me be an affiliate, I would be recommending it with my affiliate link. These are ways to make your affiliate links relevant to what you're talking about. It's not the whole point. It's not a promotion. It's not an offer, but it puts the link in front of the audience in a way that they want to check it out. Resource lists is really good. If there are resources that everybody in your niche should check out at least, or own at best, create a resource list. Clay Collins, when you sign up to one of his lists, actually has exactly that, a resource list, and people actually really like it. It's like he positions it as being his secret recipe for success, but basically it's a list of affiliate links, and people really like that. If you're just getting started and you don't know what to recommend in a niche, there are always going to be popular offers. Yeah, that's a form of social proof. It's not necessarily stuff that you know and use, but you could tell people these are the most popular. And Darren does this on his photography site. He says these are the top 10 most popular cameras. He's not used any other than the one that he owns. That is the most popular. And pretty much every hobby or niche is going to have an ebook or some sort of digital product on ClickBank. And on ClickBank, you can see what is selling well by clicking through the promote products, and you find the gravity options. You sort the results by gravity, and that just means if you sort it high to low, it's just these are the products that are selling well and converting well. And you'll find the stuff that other people think are good or think are compelling. You can't be sure that the product actually works, and you can't be sure that the customer service is good. But you know what? I recommend you actually go ahead and buy it. You're never allowed to buy through your own affiliate links. Don't think you're going to get it for 50% off by buying through your own affiliate link. Buy it. If it's good, recommend it. If it's not good, get your money back, because they'll have a guarantee. And one of the really good things about ClickBank is it's really easy to get your money back if something's bad. I do not recommend you promote something that you have zero experience with. If you're actually serious about this, and there's an ebook for $20, why not go ahead and buy the ebook? If it's bad, you get your money back. If it's good, then you recommend it. Amazon has top bestsellers lists, and in most categories, you'll be able to find what's popular, what's selling well, what's got some buzz. In gadgets, yesterday there was the iPhone launch. Right now, iPhones will be selling well, right? Or people be interested in them. Just keep abreast of what's going on in your niche, and you'll know what people are interested in. Now, as I've said all along, I actually recommend that you recommend things that you've known and liked and got use out of and had success with. In most cases, if you like something, you'll be able to find an affiliate link for it, either through a third party like Amazon, who sell everything. eBay has an affiliate scheme, and they pretty much sell everything. Commission Junction or any of the big networks like Share a Sale or Commission Junction, all of those. But most people at some point will have a private affiliate scheme. I have one. Darren's got one. Darren's is run through eJunkie, and mine is run through some software I had set up and installed for me that isn't very good, so I don't recommend it. But I can generate affiliate reports and pay people. It's working to that extent, but I'll be looking for something else. Usually you find people's affiliate schemes in their footer, and you might even find it on the sales page of the thing that you want to recommend. The great thing about private affiliate schemes is you usually get a much higher percentage commission. Whereas Amazon will give you 4%, 5% at best. I think eBay's not even that good. With a private scheme, you can get multiples of that. You can get like 30%, 40% commission. If you know the merchant well, you could get 50% commission. It may be they give 50% off the bat. If you're going to choose between two things to recommend, both of them good, one of them you get 50% commission, the other you only get 5% commission. You really have to weigh it up. As I said before, the Amazon advantage is when you recommend anything on Amazon, if you link through to anywhere on Amazon with your affiliate link, whatever they buy for the next, I think, 30 days, you get commission on. Whereas obviously, if you link through to a specific ebook with a private scheme, you only get commission if they buy that. It's something to weigh up, something to look at. But of the things that you recommend, usually there'll be a private affiliate scheme, and usually you get a much better commission on it. The great thing as well about private schemes is there'll be lower competition for the affiliate links. With Amazon, say a book or a DVD or a CD on Amazon, lots of people will be reviewing it, lots of people will be talking about it, and there'll be lots of ways that your affiliate link could be replaced by somebody else's. Whereas if there's a limited number of people promoting something and you get good commission, you've got more chance of getting that commission. If you are going to make an affiliate promotion and you're actually going to make an offer, you've got some choices. First of all, you can do content to content. Rather than linking from your content to the sales page, you could link to their launch videos. And I actually think that's a really good way of doing it. especially if it's not something that you've used yourself. If I find a video that is very educational, it's part of a launch, I will link to it as educational in its own right. And I'll tell people, this is a really good report, this is a really good video, check out what they're doing here. Next, you might link to the funnel incentive. If you link to somebody and they've got a good report, but you have to add the email address, then tell people it's really good stuff, but you have to add your email address. So you're not doing any selling, you're just telling people this is some good stuff that you can get. Obviously, they're going to sell to you afterwards. It's worth putting in your email address to get this report or this video series. Linking to the sales page is only when you're absolutely sure of the product and that you stand by the product and you think it's going to be useful and valuable. And that's the rarest thing that I'll do. I'll very rarely link to a sales page that isn't mine. If you are going to link to any of this stuff, tell people what you've got. Okay, it's a video about how to get more traffic using pay-per-click. What it will do for you, you can get more traffic faster, quality traffic, qualified leads, but you have to pay money. What to do next? Click through to check out the video. Very simple formula. What you've got, what it'll do for you, what to do next. Many people make the mistake of just saying, check this thing out. Why should I check it out? How is it relevant to me? What will it do for me? What exactly is it? Exactly how do I get it? The more you tell people the benefits, what they should do, what they're going to get out of it, and what are the features, the more people can make an educated action. They can actually take action in a way that they can be confident in. And confidence that grows over time really helps build your trust. If you want to make the softest offer, link from your content to their content using your affiliate link. If you want to make still a soft offer, low pressure, get them to do all the selling, then link to their funnel, link to their sign-up incentive. When I recommended John Morrow's traffic guest blogging program, I linked to his awesome videos. And I said, these are awesome videos. I didn't say, go ahead and buy it. That's up to him to do. When I linked to Lewis's video traffic course, I linked to his sales page because I thought the video product was really good. Unfortunately, afterwards, he added some upsells, but it was still a really good product and still worth checking out. What I would not recommend you do is use the email swipe copy that the affiliate merchant will provide you. If your emails and articles look like everybody else's, then all you're doing is piling on the bandwagon. Yes, take inspiration from them, take out the key selling points, don't copy and paste. When people get annoyed is irrelevant offers or when all you're doing is the same thing everybody else is doing. When a big guru launches and you get 20 people sending the same email, it's obvious what's going on, right? Here's some copy that Lewis provided. He gives some headlines, he gives some text to copy and paste. I didn't use that. What I did was, I said, my good friend, Super Lewis, has put together something fantastic. It shows you how to get tons of free traffic to your site in a way your audience and Google loves. Check it out. Here's my affiliate link, chrisg.com/recommends/vtraffic. The reason why I did that was because a lot of oversensitive email providers or oversensitive virus checkers actually will stop ClickBank links because they drop cookies. And a lot of the virus checkers, they don't like sites that check cookies if they're set to the highest sensitivity. I used my own redirect, and it also meant that Aweber would let it through without marking it as spam because I was sending it from chrisg.com and there's a chrisg.com link. I just used a simple redirect. Most of the premium themes now allow you to actually create a redirect from that. You don't even need a plugin anymore. And finished up with, if a lack of traffic is holding your site a business back, then you need to check that link out now. Cheers, Chris. P.S. If you need more traffic starting today, then Lewis has put what you need all in one easy and fast action format, and then the link again. The more times you put the link in an email, the more likely you are to get it clicked. Usually the formula is 3. Once at the start, once in the middle, and once in the PS. Lots of people just read the PS. You sum up the email in the PS, so it gets across the main point. If you need more traffic, click on this. And then it was up to him. I just My job was to get people to check out his videos. It was Lewis's job to sell. And I think from that email, I got 18 people to buy. Not a bad payday. I think I got about $50 per, so about $900. How do you sustain that? How do you keep this going long term? Remember the formula from previous classes: educate, inspire, motivate, then give the next step. It's not about pounding people with offers. It's not about telling people buy this. Educate. You've got to inform people. You've got to write good, valuable content that people can use. You've got to inspire people, not just with other people's success, but that it's possible for them. Motivate them to take action. Tell them not just what they will get out of it, but how staying in a current situation isn't improving things. And then give them the next step. If you give people motivational and inspirational solutions, things that are fit in with what they want to achieve or they want to cure, then they're going to take action. And long term, you've got to keep attracting, retaining, converting, and getting people to bring friends. While you might monetize with affiliate marketing, it doesn't mean you can overlook the other stuff. You've got to build your audience. You've got to build goodwill with that audience. And you've got to get them to share your stuff. In summary, know what your end goal is. And for me, it's having a long-term sustainable business where I actually build something valuable, where I actually serve my audience and help people achieve what they want to do.